Hey, what's going on? This is Peter here with the McKernan Group. I want to talk about, I know some people say like, have we hit the top of the market? Have we got to a place where, it just doesn't work anymore and ultimately people have sold for their last dollar and now it's going to start trickling down? I don't think we're there yet. I think where we're at in the market is they've made some healthy decisions over the last 10 years. And, we talk about the real estate market change and we talk about, the interest rates going up. What I see is there's going to be houses that are still trending up. Over the last 50 years, there's only been two downturns, 2008 for housing particularly, 2008 and then early 90s. So ultimately, you're in this boat where you have changes and they were very, very finite on the real estate market. And I don't see anything changing because ultimately, a lot of people in real estate got hurt pretty bad and financially and everywhere in between. So back then, they didn't really have those tighten up strategies and like accountability going into it. So that's what happened. And now we're in a place where there might be some things economically that have changed recently, and some stuff has changed, especially in the stock market and everything like that. But ultimately, I think inflationary markets are still markets that you look at and you say, okay, well, where are the best, where should I put my dollars to work? And usually real estate's the best. Stock market obviously is showing that that's not the case. And I come from, I still put money in stocks and stuff like that. Not single stocks, more like a spread across the whole plethora. But that being said, is the biggest thing is real estate. And I have some rentals too. And what happens is the at least for my perspective and looking back over the past 50 years, you can see in like the 70s, those rental rates went skyrocketed. They went through the roof because ultimately people couldn't afford those properties because the interest rates went up and the payments went higher, and the property values stayed fairly stable. And ultimately, they put them into a place where those landlords, those people that own properties, could still raise the rent. So that's what I see. I see that those prices are still going to be driven up. Are they going to be driven up at 20%? No. They're going to be driven up at like a 3 to 6% amount. But as they go up, just be cognizant on where you're buying, the fundamentals that I've talked about before, and make sure that you're doing it, cognizantly. And then also make sure that as a seller, you're pricing it right, because it's going to get to the point where it's a lot more razor thin than what you think. Like as you list a home, then all of a sudden you're not getting that 500,000, you're getting that 458 or 468 because you don't have the upgrades that the person did down the street. So not like you're losing money, you just don't have that bite that you did because there's nothing else on the market. There's still very slim amount of properties on the market, but right now, people are still throwing in offers and multiple offers going on each and every property. Just the challenge is later down the road, that's going to change a little bit, where those people that thought they could sell for 5 are now selling for maybe 5% less, 6% less, because their house just isn't up to par. So things to think about. Not saying the market's changing, but we're still going up a little bit, especially for those prime properties too. So thanks for watching. Any questions, comments, or anything like that, hit the subscribe button too if you can. Thanks.